Hello, welcome to our 11th class. I can't believe it. We are halfway through. So today we will need for our practice 2 blocks. If you happen to have the blocks, by now I have incorporated the blocks. Maybe you don't even use the blocks, so totally up to you. And a cushion for the knees, that's important. Hello everyone, I'm Nil. And this is my offering to you as part of my practicum with my Vinyasa studio in my Vinyasa practice studio in Austin, Texas. Michelle Young is the owner. I always wanted to do my 300-hour certification, so I have a total of 500 hours. And she gave me the opportunity to do this all online because of the pandemic. We can register it, of course, with Yoga Alliance, and the studio has wonderful teachers. I was impressed by the knowledge, the breadth of knowledge. It's just refreshing. And one area that I really wasn't paying much attention to were the energy centers in the body. Yes, of course, during my first training, I learned about them, then I forgot about them, then I read about them again, then I forgot about them. But Michelle and her crew really put a lot of emphasis on it, and watching and doing the live sessions with them about the chakras made me realize, wow, I really can do more about it. So the reason why I'm doing the set warm-up schedule for the last 10 classes, and we're going to continue for all 20, the Tibetan rites, when I came across the Tibetan rites with the help of an MD who works more holistically, those are really the best way to get your chakras, give your chakras a kickstart to undo blockages, because we have several chakras. Depending on which lineage you're coming from, there could be 7 to 11 chakras in the body, but just understand that there are major hubs, energy centers in the body that hit nerve bundles and major organs. If there is blockage, it has effects on your daily life, on your mental state, on your well-being. If you have the time to do these Tibetan rites with me, and you can, the repetition of these 5 poses, there are 5 poses, are 21. But we didn't start at 21. Our goal is to go to 21. I started with 9 and we're up to 15. Even if you just do 5 every day and work yourself up to 7, to 9, to 11, go by uneven numbers, by 2s. Well, go to uneven numbers. That's what I was going to say. It helps you get rid of the blockage. So as usual, I'm sitting on my cushion, and you can sit however you like. The structure of this class will be a little bit of breathing exercise as before we start, as usual. And then we go into the Tibetan rites, but I'm not going to cue it in detail today. If you have not been watching all the previous videos, I encourage you highly to go back to class number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. You get the idea, because we work ourselves up. So I'm going to just announce the Tibetan rite, the asana, the form that we're doing, and then maybe some cues about the bandhas to keep it in, because it's a reminder for myself. And we're going to go swiftly through the 15, approximately 10 to 15 minutes for that. And the rest of the class will be a regular vinyasa flow. Just a flow that you would hit in most of the yoga studios, which I haven't done really so far, because I was always modifying a lot. So I will try to be mindful to give cues, but as usual, if I don't mention any modification, you need to adopt it to your body. That's really, really important. So you've been sitting hopefully with me for some time, maybe on your heels, maybe you're now getting comfortable on your heels, maybe you're experimenting with the saddle seat here, with the hero seat. Depending on which lineage you're in, it can be called saddle seat or hero's pose between your heels. Or you can even put the block underneath your sitting bones and sit on it. So however you sit, it doesn't really matter to the breath. It just matters for the ankle movement. That's the only reason why I'm doing that. So not a cat spine, not a cow spine, not yet. Just stay upright and close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel like you're pushing your nose back and somebody's pulling you up with a string up towards the sky, and you're attached to that string. And try to stay and find your breath right now. Just inhale and exhale. In through the nose, out through the mouth. If the nose doesn't work, just in through the mouth, in and out. Inhale, exhale. Try with just in and out through the nose. Do you remember fogging up the mirror, where we were basically holding our hand closer to our mouth and trying to fog up a mirror? That's the sound that we want with that nose breathing. So if I were to practice with you, I really wanted to hear that quality sound as you're breathing in and out. But if that's not available to you, no big deal. Just breathe in and out. The yogic breath is with sealed lips, in through the nose and out through the nose. 2 more times. Your breath out can be always longer. Okay, 3 more breaths that I'm going to count. I'm going to ask you to inhale 6, hold your breath for 4, and exhale 8. Let's give it a try, only 3 times. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not easy, the 3-part breath, but it needs practice. And breath is really the only thing that we have to fight a lot of stuff, actually. It can be your blood pressure. It can be your mental state. It can be the chakras. It's everything. That's pranayama for you. All right. Open up your eyes and then come out of your seat. How? My favorite way is with the fist, and then maybe into your tabletop first. And we are still on the pillow. Maybe freestyle cat and cow. Involve your elbows, the hips. You know, this is for sort of a form of the medical qigong that we do standing. As most of you know, that's my to-go pose to get rid of the tension. So I'm coming up. You decide. You have the blocks. You can help yourself with the blocks up too if that doesn't work. But if it works, push the cushion away and then press into your fist, hips up, bend the knees, and then walk your hands up your legs, up your legs, up your legs, and then medical qigong, of course, and move in a way that makes sense. I'm starting the movement at my ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and the head, of course, goes from side to side too. That's it. Perfect. All right. So we have no hindrance on the mat because we're starting with the Tibetan rites. And as I said, I will cue less today, mostly the bandhas to engage them. So we got at 15. The first rite is the spinning clockwise. Arms here, 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 one arm up, both arms up. Maybe the dervishes, right? You have heard about the dervishes. Okay, give it a try. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in, and start your Tibetan rites. Yes, You turn as many times as you need to, or your body will allow you to. So no rushing to the finish line. Doesn't matter how many times you turn. It's a slow progress, but it is progress, I promise you. For any medical reason you can't do this, that's great too. Stay in the medical Qigong movement. That's the best movement, and I'm going to join you shortly. So make it really work for your own body. The biggest thing that my vinyasa practice has taught me was adaptive yoga for everyone. I have 3 more times to go here in my spinning. 2 more times. And if you're up to 21, great for you. I applaud you. And then I'm stopping. I'm widening my stance. My hips and my hands are at my hips. Press your feet into the ground, maybe soften your gaze, and just recover from the spinning. You need to be completely recovered before you continue. If you need modification, go back to class number 10. I talk a lot about modifications. It's the same thing. All right, one or two more breaths for me, but you take your time. You can even stop this recording and then come to the next pose, the next asana. It's the bending tree or the camel. This was actually on the Tibetan rites on the knees, but I'm doing it modified already. Standing, I have my feet really wide, parallel feet. So I have the best stance ever here. And then I'll let you decide, fingertips up, fingertips down, hands to your lower back or to your hamstrings. Engage the bandhas here. Chest up, pelvic floor, belly in, and then start. Inhale, push your hands into your lower back, maybe nose up. Exhale back to your normal spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale 2. Exhale back. If the neck doesn't work for you, looking back, keep your chin to your chest. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Keep the bandhas engaged. Exhale back. Inhale 5. Exhale back. Move, match your breath to your movement. Inhale 6. Exhale back. Inhale 7. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale back. Inhale 8. The back bending starts at your upper back, not your lower back. We know your lower back can do it. Inhale 9. Exhale back. Inhale 10. Exhale back. 5 more to go. Inhale 11. Do you still feel your feet? Feel your feet. Exhale back. Inhale 12. Exhale back. Squeeze the bandhas. Inhale 13. Exhale back. 2 more to go. Inhale 14. Exhale back. Inhale last time. Exhale back. Release your hands, especially if your fingertips were up. Fist, open up your palms, move your wrist, and then come into your medical Qigong. So I talked yesterday a lot about modification, how to not come down to the knees, to the mat, to do the next poses. So check the video number 10. All right, here we go. We're coming down the same way that I came up with. So I'm bending my knees, I'm bending my knees, I'm bending my knees, and then I target the floor with my fist, and then I come down. So this next pose is the J, and pull the cushion for your head. It really is nice. It feels great. All right, there we go. Okay, the letter J, you know by now how much you can modify the letter J. So you have your position. Engage your legs, squeeze the bandhas, legs up, chin to chest if possible. Exhale down. Inhale 2. Exhale down. Inhale 3. Exhale down. Inhale 4. exhale back, or keep the head down. Inhale 5, that's doable too. Inhale 6, exhale down, don't lose the bandhas. Inhale 7, exhale back. Inhale 8, exhale down. Inhale 9, exhale back. Inhale 10, exhale down. Inhale 11, exhale down. Engage your legs. Inhale 12, exhale down. Inhale 13, belly in, exhale back. 2 more. Inhale 14, exhale back. Inhale 15, exhale back. And of course, mini Shavasana. Separate your feet, let them fall to the side. Arms are loose. Everything is heavy and loose here on the mat. And breathe. Good job. And then maybe bend your knees. Windshield wiper your knees gently from side to side, because we're coming up to a seated position. How? You can roll both knees to one side and come up, or maybe you want to go into a cat spine and rock 1 time, 2 times, or even 3 times. I like that a lot. So the L shape is not this. The L shape is not this. The L shape is an L shape. Press your hands down, engage your legs by flexing your ankles, and then move your nose back. So I'm going to flip the camera here again. And it's a double chin. This is our exhale. And then inhale, bend the knees. Put your hands by your hips. Inhale up to your level. Maybe nose back. Exhale, come back to your L shape. Legs engage, nose back, double chin. Inhale 2. Exhale, L. Inhale 3. Exhale, squeeze the bandhas. Your bandhas are engaged in L shape. Inhale 4. Exhale back. Inhale 5. Exhale back. 10 more to go. Inhale 6. Exhale back. Double chin. Push the nose back. Inhale 7. Exhale back. Inhale 8. Exhale back. Double chin. Inhale 9. Squeeze the bandhas. Exhale L. Inhale 10. Exhale back. Inhale 11. Exhale L shape. Inhale 12. Exhale back. Inhale 13. Exhale back. Inhale 14. Exhale back. Inhale 15. Last time. Squeeze the bandhas as you're coming into L shape. And then slouch. Slouch, that's what we're doing anyway. Bring motion into your upper body, into your knees, legs, ankles. Actually, it's great to do right seated here. This one here. It's easy to do. It's great movement for the legs, for the ankles, and no gravity. All right, we're coming to our last right. That's the double dog. So I'm going to pull my cushion back in again for my knees. You know, the other one that you can do standing, check out the previous videos, especially 10 and 9 and 10. I think I talk about it. So come to tabletop, spread your fingers, walk your fingers forward. If you can, dig your fingertips into your mat. Spread your fingers and dig your, we don't want to lift the palm. That's what I see a lot in some students, where I have to press the hand down. This is too much going on for the wrist and for the shoulders. So have the palm down and dig the fingertips in. All right, watch my elbows. They're coming forward, 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 forward. As I'm now shoulders over wrist, I turn the elbows towards each other, lower the hips, maybe nose up, Exhale, push yourself back to half dog. Inhale, come forward, turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other, nose up if that's okay. Exhale, half dog or child's pose. Inhale, 3. Exhale, back. Now I'm going to show you knees off the mat. Inhale, come forward. Turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other. Curl your toes under, lift the knees. Exhale, maybe downward dog. Adjust your feet, look back at your kneecaps. Inhale, 5. Same setup. Exhale, back. We're just bypassing the floor. Inhale, 6. Exhale, back. You decide, knees down or knees up. Inhale, 7. Exhale, back. Inhale, 8. Exhale, back. Inhale, 9. Exhale, back. Inhale, 10. Exhale, back. Inhale, 11. Exhale, back. Inhale, 12. Exhale, back. Keep the belly in if you're going into downward dog to push the hips back. Inhale, 12. Exhale, back. 13. Exhale. 14. 15. Awesome. Everyone, come down onto your knees and then onto your belly. Let's do a little shoulder stretch before we go into our vinyasa flow. You can keep the cushion underneath your hips if that feels good, or you just remove the cushion and then here is the other view, horizontal view. All right, so I'm putting my cheek down first, bending my knees, and windshield vipering. We call this beach whale. It's a crowd favorite. All right, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Now we're going to do the scorpion on the floor. So I'm going to put my right cheek. Another way, try this, since we have the blocks. You can put your right cheek or your right head. It should be comfortable, not just the cheek, but the part of your head. Maybe put it on the block and see if this works. Otherwise, you just push the block away. So now I'm going to extend my right arm out. How much? Your shoulder will tell you. Calm down. Right arm to the T. Now look at my left hand. My left hand is pressing into the floor. So I'm rolling towards the right shoulder. My leg is up. Here you can see it. You can keep it up and just whatever you want to do, you can have it float. Or you can bend the knee and put the foot behind you. And that is a big stretch on the shoulder itself. Big breath in, big breath out. Some of you may even enjoy, but be careful to go into this. Bend the bottom knee and put the foot down. That takes you even more into this. And I'm going to turn so you can see it a little bit more in what I'm saying. So here's the top. I'm putting it behind. This is already a very, very big movement towards the right shoulder. Or maybe you enjoy this, or you don't love the block and you want the head down. That's great too. Whatever feels good, adjust it, adapt it to your needs this morning, this afternoon, or this evening. One more breath here. And then slowly roll out of it. And of course, we're going to do a little beach whale here. Left cheek down, bend your knees, windshield viper. And then here you can see the other side, left cheek. I'm extending my arm out to a T, palms down. And then I'm going a little bit sideways here so you can see it. I'm pressing into my right hand now. Adjust your arm and roll. See the top leg, it's floating. Roll towards your left shoulder. Now, if you have the room, bend the knee, put the foot down behind you. And that's probably awesome already. There should be no pain. It should be a sensation of stretch. And if you like, maybe bend both knees, and it takes you a little more into the stretch. Adjust the arm. It doesn't have to be completely in a T. It can come closer to your torso, meaning more a V shape. So there is really not a pose or a structure that is exactly, this needs to be exactly this way or that way. So make it work for yourself. Couple more breaths here. One more. And then roll back onto your belly. Remove the block maybe. Last time, release your arms by your side. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Guess what? We are coming up. We're warm. The chakras are flowing. So we don't have to do sun salutations to warm up the body. But I showed you in the previous classes how to do sun salutations. So I'm going to take the knee, the cushion again for my knees. But first, come out of this. How? Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers. And then come into your baby cobra. Or maybe you're coming into your little higher cobra. Exactly the half of that down double dog. That's it. And then press yourself up. Put the cushion in the center of your mat if you're using the cushion. If not, you don't need the cushion. This will be a regular vinyasa flow. If I fail to modify, I want you to adjust. I will not stay too long in any of the poses because a regular studio vinyasa flow, it's a bit flowier than what we have been doing so far. So you can always bring the knees to your mat, and the blocks will be in front of your mat. If you want to use them, they're there for you to use them. If you don't need them, you don't need them. So stay on your knees if you like, or join me in your downward dog. So if you're on your knees, of course, you're moving your hips and your ankle, your elbows. In downward dog, we're going to pedal out the knees here. Just move your knees from side to side. Perfect. Now in downward dog, spread your fingers, dig your fingertips into the mat, belly in, pelvic floor in. Look at your kneecaps or higher. Big breath in, big breath out. Bring your feet together in downward dog, knees down. You can do the same thing. Lift your right leg off the ground, goes up, up. I'm going to show you from the side here. That's it. Up, bend the knee, open up the hip, but keep your shoulders square to the mat. Can you squeeze the belly in? Of course you can. In your tabletop downward dog, you're doing the same thing here. That's it. Big breath in, big breath out. One more. Maybe turn your ankle here. It's in the air. It's easier to turn. And then come straighten your leg back. Square the hips to the front. Keep the belly in. Look forward and bring your foot forward between your hands. If you're down on your knees, you're going to bring the same foot forward. So bring the knee down first, the back knee, all of us. Back knee is down. We're coming to a lunge position. This is a perfect spot to utilize your blocks, or you don't need the blocks. Your hands are here, maybe on fingertips. And some of you will stay on the blocks. So bring the upper body up, maybe a little bit more. Yes. Adjust the back knee. If you need to go back a little further, and I need to go back a little further so you can see me. And maybe both hands on your knee right here, or maybe up, arms up overhead, whatever works here. Remember, you can modify this pose any way you like. One more breath. Bring your hands down to the floor or to your blocks. Lift the back knee, stay here with me. Adjust your back foot, hop it in if you need to. Left block or left hand on the block. And twist here with me. Twist. Your nose goes up. Maybe your right hand on your right knee, or maybe you're extending your arm up towards the sky. Extending it towards the sky. That's it. Big breath in, big breath out. Here's a shoulder movement. Follow your up arm. If the arm is up, move your arm back and follow your thumb and then bring your hand forward and frame your foot. We're gonna come up. So stay with me here. Stay with me. We're coming into a standing split. How? Maybe both hands on the blocks or hands on the floor. Press into your front foot, lift the back leg, lift the back leg, maybe bend the back leg. You can do whatever you feel like. Leg up, one more breath here, and then step down and fold. Keep the knees generously bent. With an inhale, walk your hands up your legs, up your legs, up your legs. Reach up, stay in the front of your mat. I will join you shortly there. Reach up. Your right hand grabs the left wrist. The left leg goes behind the right and get a good stretch, or right here. Inhale, come back center. Exhale to the other side. Nice. Inhale, come back center and fold with me again. I'm on the front of my mat with you. Separate your feet as wide as your mat, or a little closer, as wide as your shoulders. If your hand reaches the floor, even with bending knees, that's great. If it doesn't, take for the right hand a block. We're going into a twist. Watch now. We're going into a left twist. So I'm going to straighten my right knee, but bend generously into the left. And maybe your arm goes up, or your left hand stays at your sacrum. Squeeze the bandhas. Squeeze the bandhas here. Squeeze the bandhas. That's it. Big breath in. Big breath out. With an inhale, turn your nose down. Replace your hand. So now the left knee bends generously. The right knee is straight, and go to the other side. That's it. Big breath in, big breath out. And then bring your hands down. One more fun thing for you. Stay bent in your forward fold. I'm going to give you some options. You can grab your elbows, let go of the neck. You can have your hands underneath the sole of your feet. Bend your knees generously and let go of the neck. You can have your hands on the blocks. Let go of your neck. One more breath. Keep the belly in. On your next inhale, release yourself from wherever you are and walk your hands up your legs, up your legs, up your legs, up your legs, up your legs. I'm going back. You're staying there. And then reach up. Look up. Here is your mountain pose. Exhale, hands through heart center. Samastiti. Perfect. Now I'm coming back again to the front of your mat, and we're doing this in a vinyasa flow. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, just lift the head. Exhale, step back to your high plank or your knees down plank. Maybe utilize your blocks if you need to. High plank or knees down plank. Either way is great. If you utilize the blocks, let me show you with the blocks. Come forward of your wrist. Take a push-up position. You're bending the elbows straight back. And then inhale, the up dog or with knees down. Yeah, turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other. Exhale, half dog or downward dog. Wherever you are is perfect. So you can have knees down or knees up. By now, you know if you like the blocks or you don't want to use the blocks. So you decide. One more breath in downward dog. We're going to the other side. Bring your feet first together. I'm going to push the cushion away so you can see it. Imagine I have the cushion there for those of you who are doing this in tabletop. Left leg goes up. Bend at the knee and start moving maybe opening your hip, left hip, and keep your shoulders square to the front of your mat. Maybe you circle your ankle here. That's it. And you can do this in tabletop here as well, the same way. That's it. Perfect. One more breath. Straighten the leg that's up in the air. It's no longer bent. And then look forward with an exhale, come forward between your hands. If you were on tabletop, you're bringing the left leg forward. Bend your knee and put it down. I mean, the back knee comes down onto your floor or onto your cushion. We're doing the Anjaneyasana, the low lunge. Yes. So you have options. Maybe you stay hands on the block. Maybe you're at your front knee. Maybe you use the highest setting of the block. Bring your torso upright. You're stacking your knee over your ankle and you're sinking into the hips. You can always adjust your back knee. If it doesn't feel right, go back with it. That's it. Big breath in, big breath out. One more. We're going into the twist. So maybe use your right hand on the block or maybe on the floor. Lift the knee and move your nose towards the right side. Move towards the right side, left side, I'm sorry. What am I saying? It's the left foot. And maybe you have the room to extend your arm out. Stack your shoulders here. Don't sink in anymore. You are pressing into your hand to lift you. And then follow your thumb to the back of your mat. This is a shoulder movement here. Turn it forward and bring it forward to frame your front foot. Hop in your back foot with your hands maybe on the blocks. We're going to step forward, but into a standing split. So this left foot is secure. Step forward, bend the knee if you need to, or leg is straight. Go up as much as you can. One more breath, squeeze the bandhas here, that helps. And then put your right foot next to your left and fold. Perfect. With an inhale, come all the way up. You can walk your hands up, or you can have your arms out wide in a long spine. Come all the way up. I'm going to go back. You stay there. And then reach up, interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Maybe go to one side, doesn't matter which side you go. With an inhale, come back to one center. Exhale, go back to the other side. Inhale, come back center. And hands through heart center. I'm coming to the front of your mat because we're continuing. Yes, how? By heel toeing our feet out. And I'm going to take you to the squatting position. How? Toes out, heels in. And you can utilize again the blocks to bend your knees and stay right here. Let me go back so I can show you. This is a supported one, squatting position, camper squat, or your hands are here, or you are down to your squatting position. Make it your own by adjusting. If I fail to give you adjustments here, that's it. Big breath in, big breath out, or you're here. One more. Now the squatters, put your fingertips on the floor. You with the camper squat, put your fingertips maybe on the block and hips up, 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 up. And stay here for an exhale. And then with an inhale, come slowly out of it again. And then step your feet together. Guess what? We're going to do the medical qigong. Of course we're going to do it. That's it. And then meet me again on the front of your mat. Reach up towards the sky. Mountain pose. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, fold. We're taking a vinyasa. Inhale, just lift the head. Keep the belly in, not the torso, just the head. Look forward. Exhale, step back to your high plank or knees down plank. Either way, now without the blocks. Dig your fingertips into the mat. Come forward of your wrist. The shoulders are passing the wrist to do the push-up. Bend your elbows, yes. And then inhale, here is your up dog. Exhale, go into child's pose, or you like the downward dog and you're already there. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Remember, it's a resting pose. One more time. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Everybody, downward dog or knees on the floor. Step your right foot, pick it up to the outside of your right hand. And if you're here, you're stepping it from here. That's it. Now, some of you will need the blocks to come out of this. Others will just come out by themselves if you're used to these poses. We're coming into warrior one. I'm pushing the cushion away so you can see my back foot. Turn the back foot to 45. That's it. You have a wider stance here. You can use the blocks to push yourself up and come up. Maybe arms up high over your head. I'm adjusting here so you can see me. So look at the space. Your right foot is further out to the edge of your mat. Bring your left ribs forward. Now interlace your fingers behind you. I will show you from the back too. So this is the back. And then fold into your humble warrior. Squeeze your shoulder blades. You don't have to fold a lot. You can stay diagonal, parallel, or some of you will go all the way in. So I'm turning back to where we're all at. Perfect. Inhale and exhale. With an inhale, come out of it slowly. Release your hands. Your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Twist your right hand maybe to your sacrum, or you just leave it there. Twist towards the right side. Look over your right shoulder. One more breath. On the next inhale, come back center. Heel toe your foot to the center of your mat. Maybe heel toe it forward. And then look at your back foot. Turn it to perpendicular. We're going into warrior two. So this is the front view, and I'm going to show you the side view here as well. Don't change. Bend into the front knee. Your back leg is strong. You can always turn the foot a little bit more 45-ish, or you can keep it perpendicular. Now, if your torso is doing this, pull it back. Arms strong. Think about your triceps. So you engage your whole arms. Fingers all together. Turn your gaze over your right finger. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Come to your side angle. Really active forearm here. Not a sloppy hand. Chop, chop hands, I call them. Lightly on your right thigh. Now we have options for, you can keep the left hand right here. Hand into high five. Or maybe you bring your arm over your ear. You have a little bit more room to open your left shoulder towards the sky. You can look down or you can look up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Straighten the elbow here if you have it this way over your ear. One more breath. With an inhale, come out of it slowly. Straighten-ish the front knee. We're going into reverse warrior. Maybe the right arm goes up. You look down. You can always keep a micro bend here. And then exhale, come back again to warrior two. Perfect. Just one breath. And then with an inhale, straighten the knee again. Now move your torso forward. Exactly what I just told you not to do, because we're coming into a wide leg triangle. So the arms, you can bring your left hand down to the hip, your right hand anywhere on your right leg, and turn your shoulder open towards the sky. Look up, look down. You can extend your arm up to a high five, or again, bring it over your ear. That's it. Strong legs here, or a micro bend here. You have a bend in the front knee. That's totally fine. It helps you actually to go a little further down. One more breath. With an inhale, come out of it. Reverse warrior. And then with an exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Frame your foot. Stay there. I'm showing you here. Frame your foot with the blocks and then step into your knees down position. Or if you're dying to take another vinyasa, here is your vinyasa with hands on your blocks. Bend your elbows. Inhale, up dog. Turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other. And then all of us, bring the knees down if you haven't already brought them down. And maybe a child's pose, or you just rest here, moving your hips from side to side. Wherever you are is perfect. 3 breaths here. Guess what? We have a left side. Thank God. Now we know, you know where I'm going with this. So rest here well so we can go to the other side, because that will be our last standing flow. Then we're coming down to the mat. All right, ready? Come out of it. Perfect. Now, all of us who want to go up into downward dog with the blocks or without the blocks, totally up to you. But I want to show you that it's really easy to utilize the blocks. Dig your fingertips into the mat, and with the knees down, you do the same thing. You can use the blocks. Knees down first, bring your foot forward, and then heel toe it to the left side. In downward dog, you want to bring the left foot to the outside of your left hand. All right, let's do this. Drop your back foot to 45, and then utilize the blocks to come up, or don't utilize the blocks to come up. So strong legs, you're coming up, strong warrior 1, arms overhead maybe. That's it, stay there. I always hop back and forth or sideways to show you other ankles, other views, sorry. Bring your right ribs forward. If they're doing this, bring the right ribs forward. You're squaring your hips to the front of your mat, arms up, strong warrior 1, or your hands are here. That's a strong warrior 1 too. Bend into the knee as much as you can. Now arms go behind you. Here's the view. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades. If you can't push the thumbs away, push them away. And then humble warrior, diagonal, parallel, or you bend all the way down. One more breath here. Squeeze the belly in wherever you are. On your next inhale, come out of it slowly, slowly, slowly. You still have that wide stance. Undo your hands, bring them forward. Your right hand to the outside of your left knee or your left thigh. Turn your gaze towards your left shoulder. Bend into the front knee as much as you can. Strong legs. Bandhas are super engaged here. It protects you. It gives you the energy to keep these poses, standing poses. After all, these are balancing poses too. With an inhale, come back center. Hands maybe to your hips. Heel toe your left foot to the center of your mat. And we're going to open to warrior 2. How? By changing the direction of our back foot. I like it when it's perpendicular, but you may like it. I'll show you a shorter version here or this way. You may like it toes a little bit further towards you, like in warrior 1, not as much as in warrior 1. So make it work for you. What feels best on your big hip bone? Because these are all, this is an external rotation, and this is more the neutral way that your hip bone would sit. So here we go. Squeeze the bandhas. This is the front view. Arms out wide. Think about your triceps. If you can think about them, you can engage them. So fingers all together. Strong warrior, really strong. One more breath. With an inhale, very engaged left arm. Lightly touch your left thigh, and then your right hand can stay here at your hip. Your right arm can go to high five. Open up the shoulder. Look up maybe at your fingertips, or your arm goes over your ear. Look down, look up. Don't lose the bandhas now. One more big breath. With an inhale, come out of it slowly, slowly, slowly. We're going into a reverse warrior. Micro bend, little bend in the front knee, or straighten, and maybe left arm overhead, look down. Now come back into your warrior 2, one breath. And then straighten the knee again, or keep it little bent. Arms go forward, 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 wide-legged triangle. Hand anywhere on your left leg. Right hand can stay at your hip. Just open up the shoulder towards the sky. High five. Or arm over your ear, look down. Squeeze the bandhas now. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the belly in like you mean it. Try it. Try it. That's it. One more breath. With an inhale, come out of it. Bend into the knee if you need to, and then go to your reverse warrior. I like to straighten my front knee here. It gives it a little break. And then bend it again and cartwheel your arms down, hands down, frame your front foot and come into your last vinyasa, or you come directly into your child's pose or any other pose that makes sense to you. So take your last vinyasa if you like, shoulders past your wrists, bend the elbows straight back, just a little bit, look forward, inhale, up dog with eyes of the elbows towards each other. Exhale, let's bring all of us knees down and rest. Knees down on the cushion and rest. And that's where we are spending 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then for those of you who want to have a little bit more fun, I'm going to show you a jump through or jump seat. For those of you who are like, Neil, I'm done with this, sit however you like, because I'm going to meet you in a seated position. So you're in your downward dog, make it a little shorter downward dog, bend your knees generously, press really into your hands, and then maybe a little more springy here. Keep the belly in and then jump, cross your ankles and relax your ankles and then shake it out. Perfect. Perfect. All right. We have 5 more minutes to do some ground poses, and then we go into Shavasana. I know this is a little faster class today, not the normal stuff. So let's do Shavasana, one of the crowd favorites. Why? Because it's the tree, but in a seated version. Flex your ankle here. If your foot only stays at the knee area, that's where you need to stay. Or pull the heel in. Look, my knee is not even on the floor here, and it doesn't have to be. Maybe yours is like this, as long as it doesn't hurt. You can always pull the cushion underneath your knee if you need to. Engage the bottom leg. This is my left side. Look how I'm pulling the toes towards me. Cow spine, belly in, belly in, belly in. Chest towards the knee, not head towards the knee. Forward, think forward, forward, forward. Maybe your hands are on the floor. Maybe you're not even coming this far forward. Guess what? If you're here, that means you're already stretching and you found the stretch. Why do you want to try to go any more forward? So maybe press into your hands and push your torso forward. For those of you who are a little bit more open in the hamstrings, maybe you grab your foot, focus, look at your toes. Don't, unless your chin is down or your nose is down completely to the knee, that's different. All right, here we go. Another option is maybe make a fist and grab your wrist, and that puts you even into a bigger stretch. But for that, your hamstrings need to be really open. This is more for the torso to pull forward now. Squeeze the bandhas. Yes, you can. If I can, you can too. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. 1 more. With an inhale, slowly, slowly, slowly come out of it. Stay with me here. Bring the knee up. We're going into a twist. You can twist right here. So pull the heel in as much as you can, or you need to leave it out a little further. Keep the flexing of this left leg here, and then you can wrap the left arm around it, or you bring the foot a little closer to your left leg. That way you have room to push the knee towards the left side to bring the tricep to the outside of your knee. I'm going to show you shortly from the side. And then you can do the yoga mudra here, index finger and thumb together, the rest of the fingers touching, and turn your nose over your right shoulder. Look what I'm doing here. Tripod stand. I'm pushing into my thumb and my index finger to help me open the shoulder. Big breath in, big breath out. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. And then come back out of it by simply both hands back, windshield wiper your knees. This is my seated version of the medical Qigong. Yeah, and if you want to include the torso, do that too. All right, here we go. Last pose here, last 2 poses. Flex your ankle, Bring it in as much as you can. Flex this right leg and then turn your torso towards the right leg. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in so you can lean forward. If you want to stay upright and you're feeling already the hamstring stretch or any stretch, stay upright. Push into your tripod fingertips and lean forward. If you're further already, maybe you're at your knee, shin bone, wherever you are, depending on your hamstrings, openness, flexibility. But I wasn't like that when I started yoga. So, and here I'm going to do a left fist, and maybe this is what you want to do because this is a bit more, but I'm still not able to bring my chin or my nose down to the knee. So I'm looking at my toes. Big breath in, big breath out. Keep the leg engaged. 2 more breaths here. With an inhale, come slowly, slowly out of it. So we got to do, leave the right leg on the floor, engage, bring the left knee up. Yep. And then we're going into the twist. The right arm can wrap around it and you go into your left twist. This is one version, that's perfect. Or you bring the foot a little closer towards your right thigh and push the knee towards the right side as you're squeezing the bandhas. Now that's really important to get that little bit more room. Right tricep to the outside. Yoga mudra is thumb to index finger and the other 3 fingers together. That's it. And then use your left hand like a tripod to open up your left shoulder. Big breath in, big breath out. Turn your nose towards the left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. Hold the bandhas as you're breathing. 1 more. And then come slowly out of it. Lean back, bring both knees up, and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Perfect. Now we're coming all the way down. Maybe utilize your cushion again for your head because it's going to be Shavasana time. How? Take the blocks too. What am I going to do with the blocks? When I'm in Shavasana, but first I'm going to help you reset the spine with going into one bridge, just holding it for a few breaths. I want you to do this, to target with your, the backs of your legs on top of your blocks. And for your head, you have the cushion, hopefully. So push the blocks away for just a second here, or just few seconds. So I'm going to come down. First is first. Let's go into a bridge. Pull your heels in as much as you can. Turn your toes slightly out. That's number 1. Then I peel the toes off the mat because I'm going to dig into my heels to get the strength to go up in a high bridge. Hands by your side and then squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the belly in. Now press into your hands. Lift up, up, up. The bandhas help you here. Up, 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 all the way up. If you're squishing your neck, nose up towards the sky, chin away from your chest. And if you want, interlace your hands underneath your shoulders, if you like that. 3 more breaths. I'm going to count the breaths. Inhale, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Good job. Undo your hands if they were together. Slowly bring them down and then hug your knees into your chest. Of course, tailbone off the ground. Make yourself to a little egg shape or ball, or row your knees. This is probably my all-time favorite. And then of course the other way around too. And now we're getting ready for our Shavasana. Remember the blocks? Hopefully they're still in the vicinity. So you target, first of all, go as wide as you can. You're not in the studio, you're at your home.
So go really wide as your body wants you to, that it's still comfortable. Put the blocks underneath your thighs and then arms out wide. Palms can be down to the earth. You feel the energy of the earth this way, or palms can be receiving from the sky. And then close your eyes. That's the most important part. Really relax completely. With your breath, you can completely relax. Hone in on your breath. Inhale and exhale. So the Shavasana is a bit longer than the stuff that I did this time that I could allow myself, because I was easily running out of time. We're going to be here 4 more minutes. I will watch the time for us. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. If you're clenching your teeth, relax your jaw. Relax your cheek. Relax your forehead. Your right arm is super heavy. Every inhale, you feel light as a feather. Exhale, grounds you back onto the earth. Your left arm is very heavy. Every inhale lifts you off your mat. Every exhale grounds you back onto the earth. Let go of your legs. Make your muscles really heavy. Your right leg is completely heavy. Even if you wanted to, you cannot lift your right leg off the ground. Your left leg is very heavy. You cannot lift your left leg off the ground. Your torso has settled in being heavy too. Stay in this complete relaxed position. If unwanted thoughts clutter your mind, push them away. You're busy with your breath. Notice how the breath comes in and how it goes out. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Big breath in. Big breath out. Slowly come back to your normal breathing, just however you normally breathe. And then bring slowly some movements into your fingertips and your toes. your wrists and your ankles. Maybe lift one knee up or one leg up, bend the knee, put the foot down, and then join with the left side or the right side, the other knee. Windshield wiper gently from side to side. And then take an overhead stretch if that feels good. Arms overhead as you're windshield wipering the knees from side to side. And then I like to do this with an inhale. I'm stretching as far as I can overhead. And exhale, I bring my knees back into my chest, rock a little bit from side to side, and then roll to your favorite side, however you like to come out with this. We've been down again for some time, so stay in this position with your head maybe supported still on the cushion for 1 or 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, come out of this however you like. So we can end the class with our traditional group breath. Sit however you like, close your eyes or soften your gaze and bring your hands into heart center, maybe your thumbs touching your sternum. And let's focus on this big, maybe again today we do the sighing out loud with 6 inhale, 4 hold, and a big sighing out loud. Here it goes. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Sigh it out loud. Ah. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center, and we're basically reciting the last line of an Ashtanga practice closing chant. Last line of an Ashtanga practice closing chant. Recite after me if you like. Loka, Loka, Samasta, Samasta, Sukhino, Sukhino, Bhavantu, Bhavantu. May all living beings everywhere